Waiting on the light. There goes the light now. They're set. 1,600 metres. And away they go. Alizari got the best of it from our Jenna moving to second. Now Celebra settling down third on the inside. Back behind those Fenian, followed by Panchito. And the stablemates Sporting and Goodwood at the tail of the field. On settling down as they race down the back. They've got about 1,300 to go. There's not much speed on. With the mouth open, the leader was Alizari under a stranglehold. About a length in front of our Jenna, followed by Panchito moving up on the outside to apply a bit of pressure to the leader now. Getting back to fourth was Celebra on the inside, followed by Fenian. And still the stablemates, Goodwood on the inside and Sporting the outside with the last pair. In the backstretch, they've got about 900 to go as they race towards that next turn. And Panchito is the leader now. Panchito leads as they leave the back and race down the side. A length and a half in front of Alizari. A neck off third, our Jenna moving up on the outside. Back behind those then Celebra. Fenian back centre field and still the stablemates, Goodwood and Sporting last of all. But as they race down the side, they've got about 700 metres to go. Panchito the leader. Moving to second on the outside was our Jenna, followed then by Alizari. Further back in the field, Fenian, followed then by Celebra, taking off Goodwood from the tail of the field, and Sporting is last of all. But around the home turn, they've got about 400 metres to go, and Panchito leads into the straight. On the outside, our Jenna's running on, followed by Alizari. Back behind those, Goodwood coming down the outside, then Celebra, and Sporting last of all. The pressure's on now, with about 300 to go. Panchito is the leader, trying hard as Fenian coming down the centre, and the widest runner, Goodwood, putting in a run, and Alizari down towards the inside. It's Fenian the leader. Goodwood tries hard. Fenian the leader. Goodwood on the outside is coming quickly. They hit the line, and Fenian may have won the race. Fenian out wide Sporting, and close up between those was Goodwood, followed then by Celebra. Further back in the field, our Jenna, Alizari and Panchito last. It does look as though the one down towards the inside, Fenian maybe, but by G Sporting is out very, very wide on the track, and there's not all that much in it. Very close finish between Fenian and Sporting, who flashed up late, very wide. There's nothing in it at all. Very, very close this. Very close between Fenian and Sporting. Now the time for the race, 1:38.04. 1:38.04, the judge calls for the photo. Judge calling for the photo. 1:38.04 was the time. The sectional time, 35:38. And this is extremely close. I was about to go for Fenian, but then out of the corner of my eye, out very wide on the track, Sporting. Actually, I was watching Sporting stablemate, Goodwood, who was trying to get to Fenian, but then all of a sudden, out of the corner of the eye, Sporting, the widest runner, has flashed up, and this is very, very close indeed.
Very, very close. Sporting right down the outside. Fenian in front to the shadows of the post, but Sporting has put in that big stride right at the end, so we await the outcome of the photo there, and Goodwood in between them. Menangle a minute away with Canberra, and thrilling finish there with Fenian and the other one, Sporting, dead heating over Goodwood in third place. 3-5 a dead heat there with 1/3 at Canberra after the fourth. Stony Creek.
Greg Farrar has some good rides here today on a couple of old favourites, I suppose. A Bit of Magic, and he's a good bloke, and he joins us right now. Greg, A Bit of Magic, he's a grand old campaigner. Can he win today?
I think that's the sort of race that he can win. You know, his last preparation, he won a couple of races like that. There was a lot of speed. He got the sit off them. You know, he ran over the top of them. So no, I think he's a very good chance today. Yeah.
Now, you rode Calais in the preview, and the horse was found wanting.
It was, yeah. She's only a very weak little filly. I think John sort of thinks she's going to make a bit of a horse, you know, later on. But yeah, I think she'll find wanting a bit against them horses.
I reckon your favourite horse might be He's a Good Bloke.
He's been a great old horse to me. Yeah, I've won 6 or 7 races on him. Won plenty of cup races on him. You know, I think I'm the only person to ride him about his last 30 starts. So yeah, he's been a great old horse to me.
Gee, that's an amazing statistic. You're the last jockey to ride him in his last 30 starts. You must know each other very well.
We do. I ride him all his work, and you know, I ride him his last 30 starts. We get on great, and he's been very good to me. So.
Now, in the last race, you're riding a horse who was beaten by Zabpur recently. I speak of number 3 here in Stylish Magic.
No, Summer Gold in the last.
Sorry, Summer Gold.
Yeah. Yeah, the day Zabpur won that race, we sort of done the wrong thing. She's a very hard-going filly. We tried to hold her up, and she sort of had her head in the air, and she ran around a bit and done a lot wrong. But I sort of went to the line hard on the bit. You know, she only got beat 2 lengths, but You know, he rode her speed again the next start, and she won very well and won very easy. So, you know, I think she can turn the tables on Zappa today. She's a very nice filly.
Best of luck today.
Thanks very much.
Good on you. Greg Farrow there with some good rides, including Summer Magic in the final event of the day. He's a good bloke, and a bit of magic coming up in race number 5.
Okay, thank you, Hilton. As we get the no third div there, $66 for the 3 and 5 Quinella, and the 351 trifecta, $173.10. The 531 trifecta, $115 on race 4 at Canberra. Now Menangle, the 5th.
He has 4 excellent rides on the card today, and he joins us right now. Firstly, Larry, Strike Time, a horse that you haven't ridden, but he won, she won extremely well at the Sapphire Coast, and the horse drops 9 kilos today. Have you done the form?
Yeah, well, it's a huge reduction in weight, and obviously gives the horse certainly a good chance.
Did you see the track at the Sapphire Coast at all?
Yeah, I've seen it on TV, and the track looks sensational.
It's a fast time, 56.3, but it's a fast track.
Yeah, well, track looked in great order, and obviously raced very, very well.
What about a quiver in the main race of the day, the Black Opal? Can he beat Catbird?
I hope so, but he's drawn a little bit awkward, but so is Catbird anyway, so hopefully I can sort of just jump and tuck across and follow Catbird, and being on top of the ground today will help a quiver much better than last start on a rain-affected track when he ran 3rd at Warwick Farm.
That's a good point, but a very bad barrier, as you say. What about Old Obsessed? He won't know himself with 54.5.
No, exactly. I remember a couple of years ago I rode him in the same race. He carried 59 or something, and as you say, he won't know himself 54.5. It gives him a chance to win, it does.
You haven't been on him lately, though. Do you think he'll remember you?
Yeah, they sort of seem to never forget horses, I don't think, but he's a handy old horse, and as I say, with the weight he's got, it gives him a chance to pick up another race.
Well done for yesterday on Arena. How does he compare potentially with the best horses that you've ridden?
Well, he's an out-and-out staying sort of horse, and he's obviously come back very well this time up, and when the races get longer, it's only going to suit him better.
So how far can he go this time in?
Well, he's certainly going to be hard to beat in the Derby, and I see he's still in the Sydney Cup. Whether they'll take that option with him after the Derby is another thing.
Good luck today, Larry. I think you're going to have a very good day in Canberra.
Thanks very much.
Good on you. Larry Cassidy there with 4 excellent rides coming up here at Canberra on Black Opal Day.
Yes, and in fine form, and of course he'd be on a high.
Very busy day so far, and we're coming up. Of course, the feature sprint race of the day was the Aristocrat Dash, and David Creary is joining us now from Aristocrat. David, tell us about your sponsorship with the Canberra Race Club.
Well, it goes back a number of years, and our involvement with the Canberra Race Club is very dear to our hearts. We like supporting race meetings, especially country race meetings, and you can't get much bigger than the Black Opal race day.
What about the Aristocrat company? It seems to be expanding and expanding, given that poker machines are very popular.
Yes, we're enjoying rapid growth over the last, have done for the last 4 years, and we anticipate that we'll continue to grow, especially offshore in America and Europe and South Africa, and we're happy with the way things are going at the moment.
What about the Aristocrat Dash?
Aristocrat Dash. I don't know much about horses, but I like to think that I'm about to back the quickest horse in the race. But I noticed Larry Cassidy's here today, and you'd think he'd come down here to ride a winner, so hopefully he will.
It's a very good pointer. He's got some good rides. Thanks for joining us, David.
Thank you very much.
Good on you. David Creary there from Aristocrat, and Chris, it's back to you.
Okay, thanks, Hilton. Looks like he's having a good time there today. Okay, Dolby there at the start.
Racing. Jumped away in a good line. Pluie began brilliantly. Master Jolly fast out. Fustian and Amberha. They're revving up to be with the leaders. Just behind them, Stand to Attention. Harvey Ladd, Rossetti Gold, Eleanor Ladd, River Reach, Dr. Flash. Valley Cruise second last, and Steps Brightly last on, settling down. 900 left to go from a wide alley. Master Jolly swept across the field and led from Amberha. Fustian pushing through to the inside. Stand to Attention. Pluie's just behind them. Eleanor Ladd's caught a touch deep. Harvey Ladd tracking through to midfield, followed by Rossetti Gold, Dr. Flash. River Reach now drifting out to third last, then Steps Brightly, and Valley Cruise last of all. 500 metres left to go. For the moment, Master Jolly calling the shots. Amberha's always been wide. Then Stand to Attention. Starting to move around the outside was Pluie. Rossetti Gold working into it. Dr. Flash was deep, and just behind them coming to the corner, River Reach, and Harvey Ladd's tracking through to the inside with Steps Brightly in the straight. Master Jolly in front. Harvey Ladd looming up. Fustian, Stand to Attention, Steps Brightly, and Louis on the outside, plenty with a chance. Master Jolly in front. Here's Step Sprightly bursting through. Harvey Ladd's there with River Reach. Big finish coming up. Step Sprightly, River Reach on the outside. River Reach, Step Sprightly, photo. River Reach or Step Sprightly in a beauty. Third either Harvey Ladd or Master Jolly, and then came Stand to Attention, followed by Valley Cruise, Fusty and Eleanor Ladd, Rossetti Gold, Pluie, Dr. Flash and Amber is last of all.
Okay, it looks like River Reach over Step Sprightly, and we do apologise for that audio there at Dalby today from David Fowler. Sounds like he's calling into a jam tin at the moment, but there you go. Canberra, Drummers at 16, Speed Week at 370, A Bit of Magic at 15, Great Trip at 12, Supreme Butterfly 740, Strike Time is at 310, Zest 17, Verdict Declared at 11. And then further over, we've got Strike Time, the favourite there. The others are all over 20s. It's 2 minutes away, and should be a good race, the Aristocrat Dash. And we'll take a break. Be back with that and more on Sky Race Day.
What to win?
I can just envisage you doubling up on an Aristocrat machine right now, Chris Kearns. Michael Heath is here for one of the features of the day, $30,000 Aristocrat Dash.
Yeah, it's a very good field, plenty of pace on. Best back runner in the race, biggest tip in the race. Number 5, Supreme Butterfly, been very well tried on course. The opening favourite was 6 Strike Time, has admirers. Speed Week's a bit easy on course. Settled on 5, Supreme Butterfly. Track and distance, 6 starts, 5 wins and a placing. Weight swing his way this afternoon, and certainly has excellent credentials. Can't fault the condition of 6 Strike Time. Larry Cassidy on board, should get box seated in the run, and 2 Speed Week. Their leader will get taken on, but he's a quality animal. 5 Supreme Butterfly on top. Danger 6 Strike Time and 2 Speed Week.
Well, the runners are starting to move in, so I think it's fitting that we take you to Tony Campbell for the first of today's features, the Aristocrat Dash.
Starting to move in for race 5. Should be a big race, this. Now Burdett goes up. Verdict Declared has gone in. Strike Time about to move up. Great Trip approaches the back of the stalls. This crowd is building all the time. Each time I look down onto the lawns in front of the grandstands, it's getting busier and busier. Now Strike Time goes up. Great Trip about to move in. Drum, formerly trained in Victoria, Drum goes up towards the stalls with Supreme Butterfly. Well, this will be a good race, this one. We've got a horse all the way from Grafton here, Zess, trained by Hunter Kilner, all the way from sunny Grafton. And it's not all that far from the Grafton Cup Carnival this year either. Time really flies. Now Beau Vale is riderless over there behind the stalls. Speed Week is out with Zess, A Bit of Magic, Mile Run. Previous race today taken out by, a dead heat. A dead heat between 3 Fenian and 5 Sporting, in a great finish with Goodwood third. Now just a few to move in here. Zess, the horse from Grafton, goes up towards the stalls. Speed Week, trained by John Morrissey, goes up. So we're waiting on Mile Run and A Bit of Magic, 2 out of line. Verdict Declared stands up well. Strike Time, Burdett, Great Trip. Now waiting on Mile Run to move along, and we'll have a start in the Aristocrat Dash, open quality of 1,000 metres. Now Mile Run about to move along. The other runners stand up well. Strike Time, Burdett, Supreme Butterfly. Now they're all in. They're under starters' orders. The line is set, waiting on the light. 1,000 metres the journey, one of the feature races this afternoon. Waiting on that light. Starter looks across the line. The light is on now. They're set. Racing in the dash, a good start, and Speed Week got away well, taken on by Verdict Declared on the inside. In behind those, Brockenhurst and Great Trip. Further back then, Strike Time. Further back, A Bit of Magic, followed by Supreme Butterfly and Zess in a group of runners. Over towards the inside was Drum. Further back to Mile Run, Beau Vale, and Burdett last of all. They're flying out in front as they race up towards the 600 metre mark, and Verdict Declared on the inside is just in front of Speed Week. Going up wide there, A Bit of Magic and Zess not too far away. In behind those, Strike Time. followed then by Great Trip on the rails, then Brockenhurst followed by Supreme Butterfly, Mile Run, Beauvale, and Drum as well back in the straight with about 350 metres to go. It's Speed Week on the outside and Verdict Declared. They're going stride for stride. Strike Time is running third, followed by Great Trip. Here's a great two-horse war. Speed Week on the outside and Verdict Declared. Speed Week put the head in front near the line, and Speed Week races away to win the dash. Speed Week too good. Speed Week beats Verdict Declared. Third in the race, Great Trip, followed by Beauvale, then Supreme Butterfly, Brockenhurst, Strike Time, a bit of Magic, Boot It Well back with Zess, then Mile Run, and Drum was last. Speed Week, Matthew Carl, in a great two-horse war all the way down the straight. Number 2, Speed Week, who won the Black Opal 12 months ago. 12 months to the day that Speed Week took out the Black Opal Stakes. 294, Speed Week. Verdict Declared battled on very, very well indeed. Grant Buckley and Great Trip will get third. The rider, Johnny Scorse. 294. To the winner, Speed Week, John Morrissey, Matthew Carl. Won the Black Opal 12 months ago, folks. Is raced by the Gundaroo Stud Syndicate. The managers R.K. Lees and El Hoyle. A 3-year-old chestnut colt by Rory's Jester out of Vain Princess in a great two-horse war. Speed Week has just beaten Verdict Declared, trained by Barbara Joseph, Grant Buckley. Verdict Declared by Mr. Henry C. out of Miss Guilty. And third, Great Trip, Barbara Joseph. Great.
So Speed Week, 1 year after he wins the Black Opal, on the very same day he wins the Aristocrat Dash, and a good game performance too, to pay 380, 180 over Verdict Declared 340 and Great Trip at 330 after the running of race 5 at Canberra. Now Menangle right on start time, and we've got Sunstroke at 26, 18 Bills Bingo, Altitude at 10, Camberwell King 34. Let's see who else is fancied here. Decoy Declared 340, 4 Great Trip at 340. The Quinella paid $28.60. The trifecta of 294, $283 on race 5 at Canberra. Now at Stony Creek, the Cup is coming up. This is over the 2,100 metres as we take you back to Brian Markovic.
Solitary Bird, $18.80. Now the last few about to move in is again Les Phosphorula. Moves in riderless. Strictly Jazz comes up with Solitary Bird. Cammy's Boy to complete the line. And the field all set now for the Birch, Ross and Barlow Stony Creek Cup. All in. Set for a start. Wide open race. And they're set. Off. West End Flyer jumped away fairly with Dance Away and also Les Phosphorula, Cammy's Boy. High Aims going up towards the lead early, followed by Strictly Jazz, and just in behind them Gossips, followed by Solitary Bird. Seaton Lass, and dropping out the last on the fence is Our Grades. Now sorting themselves out, High Aims went to the lead now after travelling the first 250 metres by a length and a half to Cammy's Boy. Sitting up on the outside of Les Phosphorula third. West End Flyer fourth, and fifth defence is Dance Away. A round out by the winning post, followed by the mare Strictly Jazz on the outside, a length and a half to Solitary Bird on the outside, followed by Gossips, and 2 lengths to Seaton Lass on the outside of Our Grades. The Cup field turns out of the straight inside the 1600. West End Flyer went to the lead in its favourite, rolled by 2.5 to High Aims on the inside of Cammy's Boy. The trio about 3 clear of Les Phosphorula fourth, a half on the outside of Strictly Jazz. Not much pace on, followed by Solitary Bird on the outside of Dance Away. Then Gossips. Our Grades is second last, and a length away last is Seaton Lass towards the 1250 metre turn. About 8 lengths that cover the field, and West End Flyer carts them along by almost a length and a half to Cammy's Boy. Up on the outside of High Aims third, a length to Strictly Jazz, a half on the fence is Les Phosphorula. Sixth is Dance Away on the inside, followed by Solitary Bird, a length and a half away. Our Grades second last on the outside of Gossips, and to it after the bolt of Seaton Lass towards the 850. West End Flyer only a half in front of Cammy's Boy. Up on the outside within 3/4 seconds, Strictly Jazz on the outside third. High Aims with a nice run. Fourth on the inside, followed by Les Ruler. A length away, Solitary Bird. 2.5 back in the field. 2 on the inside, Gossips, followed by Dance away from the fence though. He dropped out the second last. Our Grades on the outside now, peels out, and 4 lengths away, Seaton Lass. The Cup Field head around the turn towards the 450, and the Boulder West End Flyer 3/4 in front. Cammy's Boy on the outside is out after it now. High Aim's in need of a run. Strictly Jazz pulls to the outside, so too Solitary Bird making ground from well back, and then Our Grades Dance away well back towards the 250. Cammy's Boy ranged up on the outside to tackle West End Flyer. High Aim's has got the run back on the rail, but Cammy's Boy hit the lead by the 100-metre mark in the Cup. High Aim's back to the insiders, coming quickly. Cammy's Boy just in front, coming again on the insiders. High Aim's and High Aim's. High Aim's has won the Cup narrowly from possibly West End Flyer and Cammy's Boy. Close up was Our Grades. A gap to Les Ruler, followed by Gossip, Strictly Jazz. Then Solitary Bird. Well back was Seaton Lass, and Dance Away has run last.
Well, Cammy's Boy, the late male, looked like he was going to be home for all money there in the Stony Creek Cup, but the other two fought back, and High Aims at 9.40 and 2.60 he'll get the photo. It looks like 11 to get second, West End Flyer with Cammy's Boy for third. But photo result there for the minors. Yes, I'd say that was right, as called. 8.11.3 it'll be. Now, Grafton a minute away, and Royal Phantoms at 2.20, and is the Catbird 1.30, Good Odds Chosen Valor $18, Luring 56, Power in Motion into 10. Then you've got Calais at $106, and City Recruit is at $20. $22 there. 79 for Labyrinth, and Yarrow Place at 91. So Catbird, very, very short price favourite. Tips from Tony: Catbird a special, 4 Chosen Valor, 2 Blazing Jester, 3 a special, 4-2. All set, Claire. Now this is the fourth. Once again, here's Ron.
His love's about to come. Stabling area back towards the mounting yard. Frank, how's Catbird today?
Travelled out lovely Hilton here. He come on played about an hour and a half ago, and he looks magnificent. I'm very happy with him.
Has he trained on since his preview win or prelude?
I'm happy with him. You know, the only thing I'm worried about is bad check-in running, and when I woke up this morning and saw rain, I thought, oh shit, this is going to happen to me. But no, it's cleared up way, and
which has been a winner for punters all around Australia.
You tried him off the speed last time, and given that you just mentioned you're worried about a check-in running, is it the plan to perhaps go to the lead today?
No.
Over 200 races a week.
If you're going to win Golden Slippers, mate, you've got to just sit back and let something catch you along, and I'm not going to change anything today. Like, it's part of a stepping stone towards Ken's goal. He's thrown out from Guam with his wife Elaine to watch this race, and I can't see any reason to panic and try and go to the front just because all the leaders have been up front. I think we'll just be 4th or 5th or somewhere, and maybe have the one whack it at the 200-metre mark.
You've won the big one here before, of course, with Clan O'Sullivan. If this horse wins today, how do we compare him to Clan?
I won't laugh the race for that question, mate, because he holds a wonderful place with me, Clan O'Sullivan.
Coming into the enclosure,
I love the horse, and he'd want to win and win well for me to sort of put him on a pedestal above the old Clan.
Well, they're just coming into the mounting yard now. We'll let you go and give Mark the instructions. Not that he needs much, because he's a great jockey. He's won this race twice before.
He has indeed, and he's very confident at the moment, so I'm just going to leave it all to him. As I said, just hope we have a bit of good luck in the run, Hill.
Best of luck, Frank.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you. Frank Cleary there as he heads to the mounting yard before the running of the Black Opal.
Okay, thanks, Hilton. Yes, I'd no doubt he'd be fairly nervous, but he's a great trainer, and no doubt Catbird will do him proud in the Black Opal. Well, that's what the punters feel as well. He's pretty short price favourite. Eden Hope, this is the 6th. As well.
Gee, Catbird looks relaxed, Michael Heath.
He's a real relaxed type, well-educated, and reminds me a fortnight ago he was asleep in the parade ring here. Just pricked his ears here, going out onto the yard, and by gee, looks fit and wound up. And he's got a little bit of an improvement in left in him too, according to Frank Cleary, and he'll be box-seated in the run here. From barrier 8, I think De Montfort will just get off to speed. Plenty of speed engaged too. Luring will go forward, as will the other local Chance Chosen Valor. Probably not a faster 400-metre 2-year-old locally. And Catbird should get box-seated. Good support on course. Undoubtedly the best back runner in the race. Number 9, City Recruit, caught the eye on the yard. Trained by John Murray. Second to Countess Christie last start at Warwick Farm. Really has improved leaps and bounds and condition. Good support on course for her. Might get back a little bit, the filly, but she'll be storming home and does get a 3-kilo weight pull. 4 Chosen Valor beat Speed Week during the week in track work. Didn't just beat him, pole-exed him. him. And he's a very smart conveyance. He'll lead them and could kick away and prove very hard to run down. Blazing Jester looks well, as does 6 Power in Motion. But summing it up, 3 Catbird on top, Dangers 9 City Recruit and 4 Chosen Valor.
Well, there you go, Chris. That's straight from the horse's mouth, I suppose, is the cliche we can use there, with Speed Week being beaten in track work this week by Chosen Valor.
Yes, indeed. Well, that is interesting, considering Speed Week won the dash. You've got to take that into account, but they'll have to be pretty good to beat Catbird, and we'll find out very shortly. It's not far off. The big one today from Canberra, the Black Opal, as they start to 1. Blazing Jester at $9.70. Catbird, $1.40. Chosen Valor, 13. Then go down to Power in Motion at $9.30, and into 12 is City Recruit, and the others are over 20 to 1. So there's Catbird, the favourite for the Black Opal. Mark de Montfort and Frank Cleary looks very relaxed before the running of the big one, $200,000 Black Opal Stakes today. Now at Clare, number 1 Cart paid $2.20 and $1.10, 12 unsub $1.70, and third number 3 Lucy's Love at $1.70. The Quinella paid $7.60, the trifecta $1.12.3, $29.40 on race 4 at Clare. Now at Canberra, there are runners behind the barrier for the big one this afternoon. This is the time-honoured Black Opal, and another great field with the favourite dominating proceedings, Catbird, and it is number 3 as they reach the start. Catbird is now 140. And then you've got Power in Motion, second pick in the race at $8.70. And then into 12's now City Recruit, 13 Equiver, 10 for Blazing Jester as well, and Chosen Valor now 13. They're the fancied ones, but Catbird, odds-on favourite for this year's Black Opal Stakes over the 1,200 metres. Okay, let's have a look at Catbird again. There he is with Mark de Montfort, as I said, very relaxed before the race too. $1.40 favourite as we take you back to Canberra for the rich one, the Black Opal, and once again here's Tony Campbell.
Now the runners behind the barrier stalls, they're about to move in for the ADT Security Black Opal Stakes. Just having a quick look at the tote board, 13's Equiver, 10 Blazing Jester, Catbird solid $1.40, 13 Chosen Valor, good support for the other local galloper Chosen Valor, 58's Loring, $8.70 Power in Motion, $103 Calais, 12 City Recruit. There's support on the tote for City Recruit, 100 to 1 Labyrinth, and 88's the one down at the bottom, which is Yarrow Place. And a huge crowd here at Canberra to watch the running of this race. The race last year, of course, won by Speed Week, who won the previous race, the Dash, after a great struggle all the way down the straight with verdict declared. So it's 12 months from the day almost that Speed Week won the Black Opal, and Speed Week, of course, won the previous race, the Dash. The Dash, sponsored by Aristocrat. Moving in now, moving up for the ADT Security Black Opal Stakes. Loring goes up, Power in Motion. Blazing Jester from the Gay Waterhouse stable moves up next. Now Blazing Jester goes along, City Recruit about to move up. Danny Nikolic, back from Melbourne today, riding City Recruit for John Morris. Catbird is still back, so too is Yarrow Place, Equiver, Labyrinth, Calais, and Chosen Valor. Now City Recruit goes up. Yarrow Place moving in. Now there's 5 to move in for the ADT Security Black Opal Stakes for $19.99. This is the big one. Now Labyrinth goes up. 4 to move in. Chosen Valor, Calais. The other one is Catbird, and Equiver from the John Hawke stable. Equiver about to move up in the prominent cerise colours, and that is Calais, led up next. Calais led forward, Matthew Carl. John Morris, he's got 2 runners, Calais and Yarrow.